So your greatest ability is to basically stand on your own 2 feet, to be your own biggest cheerleader. So even when everyone else can be against you, it's like you will see yourself in such a highlight. You have this ability as well to get people to follow you. They don't understand why they're following you or why they want to copy you or why they feel like you know what you know. But you have this inkling of a sense of direction, and people can tell that about you. And so people just naturally follow you. You also have this ability to keep people stuck. So if anyone thinks they can just come in and harm you and cause you some sort of trauma, heartbreak, pain, and just get away with it, they do not know who they are messing with. You can put people in their own self-imposed prison with the key in their hand, and they still won't know how to release themselves from whether it's a mental bind, a physical restriction. You also have this ability to have mind control over people, to influence people in a specific way. I have this ability as well, and I'm only allowed to use it in circumstances where my life is being threatened. So I have attempted this maybe once or twice in my life, and it's definitely true. I did have the ability to control how a specific person was reacting towards me, to control how they were moving or how I wanted them to react. With 10 of Wands, you also have this ability to carry so much weight on your back. This amount of weight that you have on your back at specific times, it's like this is the type of anguish that I feel like can cause people to break down, could cause themselves to want to off themselves. So you're extremely strong, extremely resilient. You can carry a ton of heartbreak, pain, trauma, and still continue pushing forward and still continue doing what you need to do. You also have this innate ability to forgive. If you don't forgive someone, their life turns into shambles, or they just have this series of unfortunate events. And someone that you do decide to forgive, it's almost like the universe will look at them from a different light, or will at least give them a chance. You also have this ability to alchemize. Whatever you focus your mind on, you can bring it into fruition. Once I went to this park, it was super hot during the summer, and I just remember thinking like, wow, I wish this playground was shaded. I went back to that location maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, and they managed to put up tents to cover the playground so that it was shaded during the summertime. And I just remember thinking like, wow, mind-blowing. But that's just the ability that you have. Whatever you focus your mind on, whatever you think you want, whatever you decide to put out there in the ethers, it will come to fruition if you truly put that much focus and energy into it. We also have transformation. So you have the ability to transform people. Certain people, when they're associated with you, they become their best self. They become people that their peers, their family members have not seen. Some people feel like you change people, and you really do. On a molecular, cellular level, you change people to the point where they want to become as strong as you. You become an influence to them, where they want to have that same amount of power and self-awareness, because this is all coming from self. It's not like you're influencing those people to do it unwillingly. It's like they watch you, they watch how much power and resilience that you have, and they just want to be like you. We also have move your body. When you move your body, when you're active, when your heart rate is up, when your blood is pumping, you could actually manifest a lot of things towards you. This could even be during intimacy when your heart rate is up as well. That's also one of the times that will be best for you to manifest. We also have 8 of Pentacles. You can literally conjure up whatever you want. If you wanted to do a ton of spell work to get something accomplished, it will work for you. I have tried this myself, where I put a random number that I wanted to attract to myself as far as like income monthly, and it was an outrageous number, and I was like, you know what, let me just attempt this. It worked. It was so bizarre. So that's how I know you're a true alchemist. You are a seer. You are an oracle. Some of you guys can read tarot, runes, you can read bones, whatever it may be. You have some sort of spiritual ability, and if you tap and hone into this, you can help not just yourself, but thousands of people as well at the same time. You also have this ability to have people work together. So people that are enemies, they will come together just for you. People that don't like each other, they will come together just for you. It's like you have this ability to bring people together, to get them to work together. You get people to see things that they were unable to see, basically to get a different perspective. And you also have this ability to provide for your family and for your loved ones. You can provide for them, especially if you're broke, if you have nothing in your bank account, if you have nothing to offer. You will conjure something up out of nowhere and essentially provide for the ones that you love. You also bring emotional fulfillment to almost everyone that you're around, with the exception with those that are jealous of you, that want to bring harm to you. They don't care how you make them feel. They just have this ulterior motive to basically bring harm your way. You have this ability as well to be in control. You are a powerhouse, all on your own, one person. So you can essentially guide people. You can control cities, states. You can have territories assigned to you, and those territories would be thriving. You would actually be a threat to the system because you would be the type of person that would influence others to do what's right, to be good, to share, to provide. And you also have this ability to stand on your own 2 feet versus adversaries. So you could have 8 people against you, 8 versus 1, and you are still going to be resilient and stand strong at the end of the day. I had a situation where it was basically 18 versus 1, and at the end of the day, I still stood firm, and all those people just fell away one by one. So with Page of Wands, you also have this ability to stay youthful. So regardless of how old you get, how old you are, you're youthful. Some people may even think that you're younger than what you are because of the energy that you exude. You also have this ability to let people know that they're capable of a lot more than what they decide to do. You are the person that also shines talents in other people. You also have this innate ability to lie. Of course, like I said, there's a sense of like ethical work that needs to be behind it. But with this lying, if you wanted to lie to someone, if you wanted to manipulate, if you wanted to be evil, if you wanted to be conniving, you could do it so well. You just make an active choice and decision to be a good person. That's the difference between you and everyone else that has the same power that uses it for manipulation. You have that same ability. You just decide to do better. You decide to do good with it. You decide not to use those same characteristics and traits that you can use just like everybody else. You decide to choose the right path. So your greatest ability is